Alright, so I just got out of the theater to see Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is going to be a quick, spoiler-free review. So, no spoilers here. None. Now, this is the fourth entry in of Spider-Man's movies in the MCU. And, like, just spoiler warning for No Way Home. Like, we're in it where everybody had to forget who that Peter Parker and Spider-Man were the same person. But not only that, they had to forget Peter Parker, period, where nobody knows who he is. And then that's where we left Spider-Man at the end of that movie, where it's a very sad ending. Here, we see him carry that weight. Like, this movie really does hone in on what was missing from the first two movies, like where it just had the great power aspect. No burden holding over Peter's head or nothing like that. Like nothing that that pushed him to becoming Spider-Man. Like knowing that he has a great responsibility. That's what pushed him to become Spider-Man. But this version, they kind of strayed away from that, and then they threw that into the mix of No Way Home. And then here, they really they really cranked up the dial with that, and to where it's really it's really sad. Like, you really feel sad for Peter, like where he's suffering from the ramifications, the repercussions of making that choice at the end of No Way Home, and then we're seeing him carrying that and dealing with that. And I gotta say, like, I had a lot of fun watching this movie, seeing him do his Spider-Man thing, and then to where it really does feel like a Spider-Man movie. The focus stays on him. Like, there are other elements that they toss in here, but at the end of the day, it's like, no, this is Spider-Man's movie. This is Spider-Man's movie. I did not feel that with Homecoming or Far From Home. I just felt like they were Marvel movies, MCU movies, that, okay, we're going to make Spider-Man the star of those movies. But they're not going to be his movies. I didn't feel that at all. I felt that mostly in No Way Home and this movie. And that's how these Spider-Man movies should be made from the jump. If you're going to make a Spider-Man movie, then let him be the front row and center. I mean, come on. So that's what they do here, where we really in Peter Parker's world, and like they, Tom Holland, did basically grow with Peter Parker at this point, where he went from being a fun kid and joined himself, being so overly eager to be an Avenger. That really annoyed me upon rewatching Homecoming, and then Far From Home was slowly getting him towards just being his own person, pretty much. And I just did not like the fact that, okay, he's going to be away from New York. Okay, he's got to wear these stupid outfits or whatever because he don't know, whatever. And then Far From Home, finally a Spider-Man movie that feels like a Spider-Man movie. And then here, I don't know, I need to let it process, but this also felt like a Spider-Man movie, like to what you would expect from it. Like, we're in his backyard, and he's carrying the weight of that great responsibility, and he's struggling with that, and he's still like saving the day, on a daily basis. And Punisher, I had fun with them adding him into the mix. And then, if you've seen the trailers, like Bruce Banner, Slash Hulk is in this movie. What they did with him, I had a lot of fun with. Like, what a fun, like, one of my favorite scenes in the movie. And with everything else, like, you just gotta see the movie. Like, it's just all that the premise is where we pick up from where No Way Home left off, to Peter struggling how to carry the weight of that decision that he had to make. And from there on, I think everybody will, if you like the other three movies, I think you'll enjoy this one. The more I think about it, I think this movie deserves an 8 out of 10. I was torn between 7 and 8, but probably, yeah, an 8 out of 10. I need to see it again. I'm not sure I mean, like in my ranking, it's already above, like Homecoming and Far From Home. But in terms of No Way Home in this movie, I don't know. I need to let that sit for a bit. But it's definitely a good addition. This is how like you need to lean more towards this if you're gonna make a Spider-Man movie. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you decide that you're gonna see this movie, go fucking see it. Stay off the internet. Don't let anybody spoil it for you. Go see the movie. And yeah, there is a scene at the very end. I'd say upon watching it the first time, it's worth checking out. But upon rewatching, you can skip it. But I'd say just for once, like for your first time, check it out. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day. Go check it out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So till then, peace out.